tell, this is my one and only slide. So if you want to take notes on it, do it now, and I have some backup stuff if you really do need it. There are 365 and 1/4 days a year. Now, if you took each day and went into a stadium that seated 100,000 people, in 1 year's time, you would be able to speak to 36,525,000 people. That's pretty impressive. If you started when you were first born and did it for 100 years, you'd be able to speak to 3,652,500 people. Now, on average, if they just bought, 1% of the people just bought $1 in that 100-year lifetime, you would make over $36 million. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, guest? No guest. Okay, good, no guest. I don't know if that's good or bad, but does that seem like a pretty good amount of money over a lifetime? I think so. The biggest problem is, how many people actually do speak to 36 million people in their lifetime? It's almost impossible. Welcome to the 21st century. Because now it is very possible. The internet. Believe it or not, the internet is our friend. But problem is that when you talk to these people, your biggest challenge is going to be, why in the world am I listening to this person? Who is he or she? What do they know? The idea at this time is then to become an expert. But how do you become an expert? After 100 years, I think you pretty much know something. Actually, probably after about 25 years, I'm pretty darn sure you know a lot. You probably don't know as much as maybe somebody else does, but you know a lot. And the one thing that I love about business is that no matter what, if you think that your talent is maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, a 2, just a 2, you can coach people that are 2 or less of their knowledge. And pay perfect attention to what I said about using the word coach. I'm not talking about teaching. We have teachers all over the place. This school is full of teachers. I don't know about you, and no disrespect to teachers, I didn't learn the most important things in school. I learned them through life. Teachers have taught me 1 + 1 is 2, how to memorize things, different important dates. All of that's great and all that's necessary, but all the important things I learned through life. So that's how you become an expert. But being thought of yourself as an expert isn't enough. How do you tell people I'm an expert? How do you create that celebrity branding that makes people want to come to you? Now, everybody in this room has joined Toastmasters for a reason. Some of us secretly want to be national speakers. Some of us identified last week, as Margarita did, that she has a hidden desire to become a national speaker. Some are entrepreneurs, like Christina. The biggest thing that I say to everybody that wants to be in some kind of entrepreneurial business is that think of yourself as a coach. No matter what you do, a coach is what you want to be. Because a coach doesn't say 1 + 1 is 2, or here's a tool, go figure out how to use it. That's what a teacher does. They'll show you, this is how you use a circular saw, you turn it on, you put the piece of wood here, you move. All of that's great. But as a coach, you're telling people almost what to do and how to do it. You're helping them to find out, what is my God-given talents and how do I best use them? As a coach, you're actually telling people, kind of like Home Depot did. If you want to learn how to tile a floor, come into my shop. We will have a workshop. I will coach you on how to measure the floor, how to not make that one mistake, measure twice, cut once. All these things Home Depot did. They were the epitome of a coaching business because they found their niche of people, the do-it-yourselfers, and they figured out how to put themselves as the expert. In business, that's what you can do too. How do you track the people that come to you? That's why I love the internet. Because I can actually reach 3,652,500 people very easily. The Census World Atlas in 2010 put our population at almost 7 million people, 7 billion people, billion with a B, 6,800,000. The CIA in 2012 estimates in July that we're going to be over 7 billion people. We're probably already there. I can legitimately talk to each one of those people. And I can track it by what's called an opt-in page or a squeeze page. That is probably your most valuable thing, that and an autoresponder so you can talk to them. But on your website, you want to establish yourself as a coach, as an expert, put a video. I'm taping myself right now. This is probably going to go on my website eventually. 5-minute video, just to get people to listen to you, to see if they're interested in what you're saying. Once you know that they're there, your autoresponder gives them a freebie, another video, another report, whatever it might be. A couple, 3 days later, another report, something to that effect. On the 4th time that you touch them, that's when you give them a major call to action. If you really do want to learn, go to this website and buy this product. 1% of 3 million people spending an average of $1, $36 million now becomes realistic. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have 1 minute?